This show is clean.
Right.
Pretty much.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Effizode 722. Hello, it's Mike Matthews broadcasting from the last place on earth located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, California. Today, Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, John Deere the engineer, plus the finale of my Into an Interview with SIERRA Frost HAAGER of the band Bed. And music helps you remember things. I think. I don't know. I forgot. Mike's Daily Podcast. Well, we'll find out more about that and some sort of thing that goes around that gets me all hot. Mike's Daily Podcast. And bothered and mad, and I'll tell you about that. But right now, I want to tell you on the last show, Madame Rutabaga said she used to be someone. Did you know she used to be miscommunication and made people miscommunicate a lot? And that means that she's not the greatest person in the world. Oh, I don't know. Mike's Daily Podcast. This intro to today's show is kind of rocky, I have to tell you. Because it's Saturday. Mike's. And I'm not quite daily in the podcast lyric coming up mood. But let's forge ahead. Don Martin. Did anybody ever see that cartoon? Don Martin. Drew for Mad Magazine. Look it up on the web. He was a pretty funny guy. I think I talked about it on the previous podcast. Okay, look who just walked in.
Oh my God, Chely Shoehart, good job, supervisor. Why do you hate leaf blowers?
They're okay. Like I said on the blog, they look like lame ghostbusters. They got the power pack thing on the back, and they're, instead of sucking in ghosts, they're blowing away the leaves. They're a bad imitation of wind. They're polluting the atmosphere. I hate them, hate them, hate them. Haven't they ever heard of the rake?
But Mike Matthews, rakes have that scraping like nails on a chalkboard sound. I don't like them.
Well, yes, but it's less of a carbon footprint. And what's so bad about leaves? Really? Why do you have a problem with leaves, Chely?
Well, like they get into everything, and like they smell, and there's bugs on them, and it's like, ew.
Oh. All right. I think leaves also help, nourish the ground and the soil with nitrogen and that kind of thing.
That's disgusting.
It's not. It helps to look who else just walked in. Hello, Mike. This is Floyd the Floorman. And this is John Deere, the engineer. Mike, yes, leaves are very important to the environment. And leaf blowers are not. They hurt the environment, and they're loud. I hate them. I bring it up. I brought it up on the podcast before, but this morning I was awoken by a leaf blower. My next door neighbor has this horrible gardener that comes by every 2 weeks, and just do not like the guy. He once knocked on my door and yelled at me. Not the neighbor. The neighbor's wonderful. The gardener guy, and he's like, some branches from your tree fell in my backyard. Well, it's not his backyard, but his client's backyard. You need to pick them up. I'm like, well, aren't you like the person that picks up things and, throws them out, and you're the gardener, right? Why am I responsible? Because it's my branches. I can't be held responsible for what my trees do. They're their own people. Isn't this a free country? That's right. Free market system. Libertarian Tea Party. Oh my God, what am I saying? Mike, I think you've changed politically. Maybe slightly, but whatever. You know what? We're all sort of, I'm not a pundit. I don't need to stick to some stupid opinion that after 10 years makes me sound like I'm some kind of archaic dinosaur person. I can change and absorb facts and information and be fickle and waffle and all that, which makes me hungry when I say that.
Mike Matthews, maple syrup comes from maple trees, and they have a lot of leaves, which I hate.
Interesting point. So, did you know that music brings back memories? Like Clint Black said, ain't it funny how a melody brings back the memories? No one remembers that song? Okay. Well, in usatoday.com it says a new film, Alive Inside, which opened yesterday in New York, It features the work of Dan Cohen, a New York social worker who started taking personalized iPods to people with dementia in nursing homes several years ago. Cohen's nonprofit Music and Memory got a huge boost in 2012 when an early clip from the film featuring a gentleman named Henry became an online sensation. It's been viewed more than 10 million times on various websites. In the clip, Henry, who is then 94, is shown slumped and unresponsive in a wheelchair until a nursing home worker places a set of headphones over his ears and he comes alive. He scats along with Cab Calloway and he sings a soulful "I'll Be Home for Christmas." And then he says, "Music gives me the feeling of love and romance." Well, Henry has since passed away, but the clip is one big reason that the Music and Memory program is in 640 nursing homes and assisted living facilities. And Cohen says he won't be satisfied until personalized iPods loaded with music especially chosen for each participant are in all 16,000 U.S. nursing homes, available to all 1.6 million residents. He says that 99% of these people are still sitting around doing nothing all day when they could be rocking to their music. You may have heard recently that someone that was in a coma, I believe this was a teenager, they played some Bruno Mars, that song, "You're Amazing, Just the Way You Are," for them, and they came out of the coma. The first big study of Music and Memory is just getting underway in Wisconsin as part of a state-funded rollout in 200 nursing homes. Researchers will look at whether the approach improves social engagement and reduces agitation, anxiety, and depression. And the study won't focus on memory, but it will look at overall effects on dementia. One thing they know is that staffs and patients absolutely love the program, which relies on families and aides to work with patients. And it should not be confused with formal music therapy delivered by professionals trained in that discipline. And that it's not a cure for Alzheimer's, and it doesn't work for everybody, but it is something that just about anyone can try, and it might open up a whole lost world. And there's more information about it all at musicandmemory.org. The movie Alive Inside will open in theaters and be shown in film festivals around the country through mid-September. What do you think about it? Do you think it works? Think music has that sort of power? Email me, mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. We read your comments on the section Emails for Me-mail. And also email me there if you'd like to be a guest on the show or if you'd like to sponsor the show. mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. Check out the website, mikesdailypodcast.com, with links to where to listen to the show in iTunes. Subscribe to the show in iTunes, and if you rate and comment on the show, that helps us out too, because more people find out about us that way. There's also links to where to listen to the show on YouTube, Spreaker, SoundCloud, Mixcloud, Yelp, Tumblr, Twitter. Like the Facebook page, and when I post a new show, share it with your friends so more people find out about us that way. Another great way to support the show is the Amazon deal of the day. Click on that and buy something. That helps us out, and you get a great discount on whatever it is that they've got. And there's also the blog, the Daily Podcast Picture, and all my past interviews are there at mikesdailypodcast.com.
Into an interview.
Woo! I'm talking to SIERRA Frost HAAGER of the band Bed. And she is telling me now why the name Bed and why it's all in lowercase letters.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Well, when we decided to name the band, we work with bands every day. We work as publicists and we run a developmental label and we do all this stuff. And we're just sort of burnt out on band names. We just I don't know. We just look at so many that we're just so oh God, okay, what are we gonna call ourselves? The things, the and then plural noun, and I think we just really wanted to have something so minimal that was barely even a band name.
Ah, that's cool.
And we live in Portland. It's in the winter time. It gets dark at 3 or 4, and it stays dark until late. We spend a lot of time in bed. The time that we don't spend working on our project, I don't know. We're sleepy people. We sleep a lot.
I don't know. I mean, you're going to Salem and then Yosemite and then to San Francisco. When do you sleep?
You know, we have kind of a good setup, I think, because most of the bands that we work with are in San Francisco. So what we do is we're here and we're working all the time, and then quarterly we go down to San Francisco, and then there's room for like little toots here and there. But for the most part, for the most of the year, we're working 7 days a week and just making it happen for our band, you know. So we sleep when we're not working. We're not like a really big part of like the local live scene. Like we have a lot of relationships with like other music professionals in Portland, but we're not really like, we kind of work with all the bands that we need to be working with right now. So we're really not, we're not out at shows every night.
You're busy, but you're focused.
We're super focused. This label it's our baby, and it's, I don't know. I feel like I can cover so much more ground sending sober emails than drunk talking bands, you know?
That's funny. Well, now, why the name Breakup Records?
Well, let's see. I mean, I don't know. I think it's, both of us are amused with the fact that we're a married couple running a record label.
Yeah.
But also, it's kind of like celebrating the, breakups are like the worst thing. They're just like the worst ever.
Yeah.
But so much of the like excellent music content that's created is inspired by this like really negative thing. So I think that at its core, the name like celebrates the philosophy of like channeling negative stuff and making it into art, which is I think it's the real value of music. Like, people can relate to it, and it's an industry, it's this bigger thing. But I think that the greatest value music holds is to the people who are writing it, and it gives them an opportunity to make something out of like destruction and loss. So,
wow,
I'm so boring. Sorry.
Wow, no, that was good. That was a good answer. Ding, ding. Okay. Yeah, I love me some good breakup songs. So.
Oh God, totally.
Did you know when I type in the search bar bed, band, and interview, thinking maybe I'll see a past interview with Bed, I get instead the John Lennon Yoko Ono Bed interview, where they were in bed and
really funny.
And being interviewed, and yeah, so that's interesting.
Yeah, our SEO is terrible. We're like impossible to search for.
Well, that's me, too. Like, you type in Mike Matthews and you get rich people and really good-looking athletes. And then I'm, like, somewhere at 3002.
Wait, you're not the volleyball star?
No, I'm not. There's a volleyball star named Mike Matthews?
Nah, I'm just shooting around.
Oh, okay. And what do you think of the label Slow-Fi?
Oh, I don't know. We made it up.
You made it up?
I think so. I don't think anyone else uses that.
Oh, that's cool then.
Yeah, it's really funny because people just kind of started using it, but I'm pretty sure we invented that. I could be wrong. I could totally be wrong, but as far as we know, we'd never heard it before. We think we invented it.
Okay.
And we just like put it on our press materials, and people no one even questioned it. No one even like batted an eyelash. They're like, okay, cool, you guys are Slow-Fi, great.
You're Slow-Fi.
You're Slow-Fi. So we I don't know, we're really into like kind of like shoegazy love. We're like, Yola Tango and like Slow Dive and the Delgados. We really like kind of like slow, mellow, or maybe like mid-tempo, early 90s, like seminal indie rock. That's kind of like what we're listening to right now. And yeah, Slow-Fi.
I like slow flies, so then I can kill them faster.
Ooh, slow flies are great. Well, maybe we could be a Slow-Fi band when we do like a disco record.
Yeah.
But like really slow, like a really slow, boring disco record about my feelings.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a slowed down disco drum beat. Tell me about.
I heard it. It was great.
Thank you. Tell me about Sean Beresford and Rob Eason.
Oh hell yeah, those guys are great. They They are two engineers who we just like have this kind of cool serendipitous relationship with. They are the men behind Breakup Studios. Don't try to search for it. Yeah, we haven't really launched any of like the website stuff.
Oh, okay.
But basically, they if you want to check out their space, you can go to our website under videos, breakuprecords.com. Click on videos, and you can actually see there's a series that we're in the middle of launching called 48 Hours in the Woods. And you can see their space. It's basically like this treehouse recording studio thing. It's halfway between, it's like home recording with like genius professional engineers.
Oh, wow.
It's just really the best of both worlds. Yeah, that's where we record, and we just like go out into the woods, and you know, most of our bands have some time set up there. But we go out into the woods, and it's like green, and it's like quiet and beautiful, and we like wake up early and track all day long, and then like around 6 or 7, we like barbecue and get drunk, and then record like bad idea stuff all night long. It's really like the most fun that we ever have. We like camp out in their living room. It's so cool. It's so cool.
How did you find them and this place?
Yeah, we found them through Terry of El Terrible.
Oh, Terry Ashkenaz?
Terry Ashkenaz, yeah. So Terry basically raised me. When I was 16, I dropped out of high school and joined Terry's band.
Oh.
That's my origin story.
Aw, what a cool thing.
Yeah, Terry's like basically my dad.
Wow. And El Terrible. That's cool.
Uh-huh.
What a sweet story. You know, there should be a sitcom about him raising you. And, you know, it'd be like...
I don't think it would not be PG-13. There would just be a lot of underage drinking. Not a cool story.
Oh. But hey, kids, stay in school. Anyway.
Yeah, stay in school. Don't go drink with Terry. He'll be there when you're out of school.
Wait till later. So
I love Terry. Terry's like the best ever. And he, last summer, started a recording project, which became El Terrible, with Rob Eason, who he's kind of known, I guess, through different circles in San Francisco, but they got connected. And then Rob moved in with Sean, Sean does a lot of like the Third Eye Blind stuff now. He's like a pretty pro dude. He's like he's the most amazing person I've ever been in the studio with, because he's so attentive, and he has this like amazing calming presence. You know what I mean?
And that's important.
One of the things like in the studio is like you kind of just want to get through it, and you want to get it done, and you want to get the right track. And Sean is the kind of person who will wait around for the emotional performance, or for the vulnerable performance, or for, you know, he's like he's there for that, and it brings out such a great like quality in this recording.
And then this song that I'm going to play now is Boys, and this one your husband Alex sings. Tell me about this song.
And that was sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, and that was what?
And that was recorded by Sean and Rob.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
And how did this song come about? I mean, you know, the writing.
I think this is a song about just like what it means to be what we call like a lifer.
A lifer.
Like sorry?
A lifer?
Yeah, a lifer. You know what a lifer. You're probably a lifer. A music lifer, like someone who can't help but be in bands forever. Terry's a lifer. I'm a lifer.
A lifer. I didn't even know what that was, and I'm interviewing musicians all the time. What is going on here?
Yeah, you should ask them if they're lifers.
I see. Okay, so these are people that have it said, I must be in a band and share music with the world.
Yeah, I think it's not even, I don't think it's a conscious decision. You're a lifer or you aren't. And you know because you spend your whole life in bands. That's
always in bands.
That's the thing. But it's about like you go in as like a young person, you have expectations, and there are things, it's not just you being creative. Like there's a tension that like inflates your ego and like drives you forward, and there's like, you know, a really difficult to navigate industry, and this like weird promise of like fame that everyone decides that they are maybe entitled to at some point. it's a really hard life, kind of. It's really it doesn't tend to pay very well, and it's very the road is paved with a lot of disappointment, So it's
the road is long with many a winding turn.
Exactly.
He's not happy. He's my brother.
See, you're a lifer, I can tell.
Oh, wow. That's so well put, Sierra. Once again, you're poetic.
Oh, no, I'm just a lady in the pajamas, Mike.
You're in pajamas?
Yeah, I work from home, dude. Pretty cool.
Yay, pajamas. So this is almost like that Yoko Ono John Lennon interview where I'm talking to you two in bed. And your name is Bed.
Ooh.
It all comes back around. And how did Alex like singing the song?
How did Alex like singing the song? Hey, babe, how did you like singing the song? Boys.
Leave me alone! Mom! Meatloaf! Sorry.
No, I think he's a quiet guy, but he is a powerful vocalist, I think.
Wow.
He's not a big talker, but he is comfortable communicating through. He's whatever, I don't know, just listen to the song, it's fine.
Okay, well, let's listen to it. Once again, you can find them at thisisbed.bandcamp.com. Oh, my dog Basil the Boxer decided to stop over and he wants to get on the microphone, but he doesn't ever say anything. Oh, okay.
It's shy like Alex.
His first name is Basil, and that starts with a B, and everything, lately with you guys is the letter B, so. And he's a boxer.
Ethnic.
Boxer, and that's about it. So, yeah, it's...
Mike, you're blowing my mind.
I think I blew my own mind. This is bed.bandcamp.com with Sierra Frost Hager and Alex Hager. And, right? That's them?
Yeah.
And what, do you have a Breakup Records website?
Yeah, just breakuprecords.com. Everyone calls us Breakup, like 2 words, break space. It's just Breakup, 1 word, records.com.
Breakup, yeah. It's just mash it together. Perfect. Well, you guys are wonderful, and your band is very cool, and keep on rocking, and have a safe trip through Salem, Yosemite, and San Francisco.
Oh, thank you so much, Mike. Really nice to talk to you.
It is Bed and Boys on Mike's Daily Podcast. Yay!
Mike's Daily Podcast.
is the band Bed and the song Boys. As we go outside of the last place on earth where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley, California. Thank you again to SIERRA Frost HAAGER and Alex Hager for being on the shoe.
And here's today's podcast picture.
And you can see SIERRA Frost and myself. This was taken recently in San Francisco. And you can hear their music, of course, at thisisbed.bandcamp.com. Check out the picture at mikesdailypodcast.com.
Mike Matthews, I really like Leaves now.
Oh, you changed your mind. Why did you change your mind?
Because I was talking to Madame Rutabaga, and she said that all I had was a bit of miscommunication with you.
What was the miscommunication?
You said that leaves are bad, and I misunderstood you.
No, I said leaves are good.
Right, and I misunderstood you.
I think we're not even understanding each other.
What are you saying?
I don't know. And I can't understand what you're saying because you're talking really low.
No, I'm not. I'm talking.
It's all clicks and buzzes. Can't hear anything.
That Michael?
Heard that. And I don't go by that name anymore.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that was a long time ago at the Santa Fe Cafe. Long ago on K-Hey. Hey, if you remember those days, email me, mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. Some of you that listen to the show remember those days back in the mid-90s to the mid-O's. Maybe not. It was long ago, far away in Ventura County, California.
I miss that place.
Yeah, me too, a little.
So sad.
Well, on the next show, we are going to bring you the much-loved feature, the MIKELOPEDIA INSANICA, bringing you some interesting stories that revolve around the world of entertainment. Plus, we'll hear from Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, and the Brewmaster.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!
John Deere, the engineer, people should leave leaves alone. I think I'm deaf now.